Welcome back to What's the Odds, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday, September 18th, 2019. I am joined by Brenton Biddlecombe over there.
Hello.
Lucas Hurl over there.
Good to be here.
And I am on the couch again. Why, you ask? Because Anthem Blue Cross of California sucks dick. Do you understand? They're never going to be a sponsor of this podcast. I wouldn't even take their money. I would never take their money.
How much money are we talking about, Steve?
If it's four figures or more, we'll take your money.
Okay,
for sure. Every week.
Let's draw a line somewhere.
There is a line to be drawn. We are not, this is capitalistic society we're in here. I'm not going to sit here and say there's a figure I wouldn't take, because I am a whore to a certain extent. But I'll tell you what. I would take that money that I made from them, and I would go out and I would buy picket signs and picket in front of Anthem Healthcare with those signs about how deplorable their service is. I've been waiting 10 days to get an epidural cortisone shot. 10 days for an approval. We are not. What the fuck? Who interrupted me? Is that me interrupting me? Am I having a stroke? Someone get Anthem Healthcare on the line. I think I might be having a stroke. See, what happened is you need approval for all these things. Now get this, Brenton. Get this. So you know what I say? I'm supposed to get this shot today. The approval didn't come in last night. I'm on the phone all day long. I'm with Anthem trying to get the guy to get the approval. He went to lunch. Then he left early for his kid's game or something like that. And I'm going, how could this be possible? I said, you know what? Fine. I'll just pay cash for the thing. I'll pay cash for the shot. Let the insurance company reimburse me, right?
Yeah.
I got a little bit saved for a rainy day. I can do that.
Yeah.
Guess what? You can't do that. Do you know why? Because the hospitals have a deal with Anthem that you can't pay cash. You've got to go through them. You've got to go through them. Can you believe this? This is like a Kaepernick shit situation here.
Is Roger Goodell running Anthem?
Roger Goodell's running Anthem, and I'm Colin Kaepernick trying to get a cortisone shot.
Yeah.
I'm being shut out. I'm being dismissed. It's unbelievable. And we're not talking about, this is like, I'm in pain here, man.
The man can't put on his underpants.
My wife had to put my underwear on last week.
Let him get his shot. Give him his shot.
Please, can you help me? It's really bad. She looked at me. She was like, okay. And she did it, right? But do you know what I knew by her okay there? It was not okay. It was the opposite of okay. She was disgusted by the fact that she had to put on my underwear. And I know she loves me. But this bedridden Steve is not a person she wants to be around anymore. I'm pushing the limits, okay? When you got someone on bed rest, everyone's like, oh, bed rest, how great. It's not great. It sucks. It's like you're part of life. It's like you're a statue, like you're a bookshelf. You're part of the family. You're there, but you're not sitting down at the dinner table eating with everybody else. And I don't read. Everyone's like, oh, I would read so many books. Well, good for fucking you. Good for you. I've watched a ton of shit on Netflix. That's my books. I watched that new Spy show with Sacha Baron Cohen. It's pretty fucking good. Spy on Netflix. He's great. But yeah, I'm plowing through a lot of shit, but it's like as soon as she comes in the house, I'm like, I hear you. Come talk to me. And she's just like, no, I don't want to anymore because I'm always there. So, and by the way, I told Anthem the same thing. I go, this is how drug addicts get made. Because they're giving me a couple pills to get me through, but they're prolonging they're pushing the deadline, like they're pushing the goal back.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm stuck on these pills, and like I'm gonna get hooked on these fucking things. And then she goes, if it's life threatening, because I get Anthem on the phone, I go, get that fucking guy back from his kid's baseball game and get him to review my file. This is bullshit. She goes, sir. We only do like immediate approvals if it's life threatening. And part of me wanted to go, I'm gonna kill someone else and then I'm gonna kill myself. Is that what you want to hear? Will that get the ball rolling? But you can't do that. You can't even kid around about that because next thing you know, the police will be at my house and all that shit. So I didn't. I ate that. But even in pain, dude, trying to keep your cool is not a fucking easy thing to do. It really isn't. So thank you, Anthem Healthcare. Hopefully on Friday, because I have been approved now. So Friday, I'm going to go get the shot. But it's in Santa Monica on Friday. So, gee, what a fun trip that's going to be. 7 hours of traffic each
Yeah.
way, laying in the back seat of my wife's car. Which is where I have to lay. My wife drives. My older son sits in the front seat. I lay down in the middle seat, and then my younger son sits in the way back. We go through drive-thrus, and people look at us. Okay? I'm going to my kid's soccer game and laying on a blanket with a little umbrella like a debutante laying there. That other men look at me and they go, what a mess. What a disgusting fucking mess. Dude, you know, I put on shoes. This is the only time I put on shoes all week because I'm like,
they're
why?
Not tied. It looks like a
no, they're not tied. I look like Billy Hoyle when he got off the train in White Man Can't Jump. So this is my point. This is what they've done to me. I shower every 3 days now. Spoiler alert, this was not one of the days. Okay? I'm a drug addict. And nobody respects me anymore. My wife won't, we're not having sex anymore. She goes, I feel like I'm going to break you. And I go, can you do that in Ivan Drago's voice? I must break you. So it's like, so there I am, laying on the couch, stinking up the joint because I smell, drug fiend. Nobody wants to touch me, come near me, or have sex with me. And when I do go out, I look like a mess.
You look like an adult second grader that told his parents, I'm going to do this on my own.
Yeah, I'll dress myself. I don't need you guys anymore. I do need you guys more. I do. My wife puts on my underwear. I could barely put on my socks. I do not tie my shoes. You know what they keep asking me at the doctor's office? Are you getting erections? I'm like, are you guys hitting on me here? What's going on? Because I think if you're not getting erections, that's a bad sign. Like, then you got to go straight under the knife. Mm-hmm. But I'm still getting it. It's still good, guys. Shout out to my dick. Always there for me. If my dick wasn't hard in 24 hours, if it didn't get hard once in 24 hours, then I would know something's terribly, terribly wrong. Do you guys still get like good hard-ons during the day?
All the time.
What the fuck? Nice.
Yeah, but we're also younger. I mean, I'm not speaking for you, but yeah, everything's normal and good.
Dude, everything's normal and good with me too.
Yeah.
And if not, you just call Anthem.
I'll call Anthem and get some pills.
It
No, I'm
might
gonna
get a
call.
boner in your
I'm gonna
60s.
call whoever sponsors our podcast first. Hims, Just for Men. What are these other boner pills? Is Just for Men a bone? No, that's a beard.
That's
Yeah,
coloring.
That's coloring. But
You
you know
get
those
your
boner
dick
Roman,
colored.
Hims, all these guys. I'll take your money. I'll try your boner pills, even though I don't need them. I don't need boner pills. Ask my wife; she'll tell you. I annoy her with it. When she goes to take stuff out of the dishwasher, I press it up against her, which is illegal. I know that. So now I say permission to press. She says no, and then I press anyway. But the point is this. I asked. Now, listen to me. I would feel worse. Is there a way to feel worse? Because we've gotten a lot of shit on Instagram since we started posting. Lucas and Brenton and I started our Sunday morning. We talk shit to each other in a text chain thread about, well, this week was easy because our two teams were playing each other.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your win.
Doubled you up. It was another uninspiring game on both sides, but the good guys won.
The good guys won?
The good guys won.
The real New York team won?
We are the first team ever, I think, in the NFL to win at MetLife Stadium in the same season.
Again, I'll go back to
back-to-back
yeah.
weeks.
And you're also the first team to basically start the first 3 games of your season, or maybe 4. Are you playing?
No, we play the Patriots week 4, so that's a loss.
No, on the road or at home?
No.
So-
We're at home this weekend against Cincinnati, so they should be able to win that game.
This week you're home, and the week after you're in in Foxborough.
I believe
Because
so.
basically you're starting off the first 4 games in your home state.
Yeah.
Your first 4 games are maximum 4. You see, they left their shit in their hotel. It was like they flew, up to Buffalo, practiced a week, but they would stay in the same hotel, the same rooms. They left their equipment down there. And so I'm like, how is this not a home game?
Steve,
how
you
do the
can't
Bills
blame us for building a team in the perfect location?
Bro,
That's just God's work.
I'm not look, I'm not against the Bills. I had a feeling they were going to win that game. I mean, first of all, the Giants start off both games they looked like it was built. The offense was built perfectly. It's working perfectly against 2 good defenses.
Yeah, you guys drove down the field on us.
Easily.
It looked really good.
Well, when you're giving it to Saquon and you're spreading stuff out, It's easy to, but then it get then they realize there's only one guy. There's only one guy.
Stack the box.
You stack the box.
Eli's not going over the top. You don't have
those
Odell
throws,
to throw to anymore.
Those throws. I don't know how you sit down as a football coach and you look at the tape. I mean, look, Eli has been graceful as they come. Even when he got benched the first time for whoever was it, Geno Smith, when fucking the PI detective guy, our coach, what was that guy's name? Is he even coaching anymore?
Ben McAdoo.
McAdoo. Is he even in the league anymore?
I don't think he is.
No, he's probably.
I think he's managing at Denny's.
He's apprenticing a PI somewhere, learning how to gel back his hair and comb his mustache. When that happened, he still took it gracefully, but like he has to sit down in a film room and be honest with himself that those throws he made were terrible. There were a lot of terrible, terrible throws, and I'm happy for Daniel Jones. I'm happy for the fact that the Giants are moving on and moving on with the fan base behind them. They realize this is it now. Like Eli's done. This is not like a controversial decision. Let's move on with Daniel Jones and see what we got for the last, 14 weeks, whatever it is left, 15 weeks. But my question is, what do you think we got? Because I don't know. They're giving me fake numbers today on ESPN. He had the #1 passing rating in preseason. What the fuck does that mean?
That means that none of the other quarterbacks that mattered started any of the preseason.
Yes. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, Steve, to commemorate the occasion, I brought a new T-shirt.
No way.
Yeah.
What does it say?
It's
Oh,
Barack
my God.
Obama.
Oh.
I've already sweat through my first T-shirt, so I'll put this one on now
dude,
for the rest
look at
of the
that.
episode.
Can I see it? Turn it this way.
I mean,
oh, my gosh.
There's nothing on the back, but...
Dude, where'd you get... Look at that. That's the thick... That's the one you're going to sweat through, too. Look at it. Look at that
It's
big
very
slack.
thick.
I mean, could you not carbon copy Eli Manning? It's like a carbon copy of him. It's ridiculous.
But, who would have thought by week 3 he'd be playing? That's insane.
I mean, well, we said week 5. I think the over-under was like week 4 or 5.
Week
or
4 was the
bye
over-under,
week.
yeah.
Yeah. And so, look, based on the performance of the first 2 weeks, you can't argue with the fact that they're doing it. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I think the Giants win this week. Can I say that?
Who are they playing?
Tampa Bay?
I disagree. And I think TJ would disagree. I thought Tampa Bay looked great against Carolina. Carolina looked awful, but Tampa Bay looked pretty solid.
We shit on TJ after we got off the phone with him, but
did.
he was right.
He was completely right.
And so was I at proxy, by the way, because he talked me into it. Picking Tampa Bay. I mean, look, it was an ugly fucking game.
Yeah.
Real ugly game. There's been some real stinkers. Even the Browns-Jets game was pretty shitty until
Oh, it was terrible.
Odell's catch was like a highlight. And
what
then
about San Francisco?
look,
They looked terrible in the preseason, and now I think they're legit.
can you pull
They
up all the
looked really
2-0
good.
teams?
There's 10 of them left.
Because I think out of all the 2-0 teams, San Francisco's been looked past the most. I mean, I don't even remember. They beat Tampa Bay the first week. And then they beat
Cincinnati
this
on
week.
the
So they
road.
played two terrible teams, but
Yeah.
they were a terrible team last year.
Yes.
And they're
they
both
deserve
on
the
the road.
schedule. Yeah, and they're both on the road. Garoppolo looked fucking great in the highlights I saw. Again, admittingly, I didn't watch any of the game, but I mean, he looked like what they paid for.
Yes.
And so they must be having a home game this week. They haven't played it but look at their division, dude. I mean, their division is going to be. You got the Rams at 2-0. You got the Seahawks at 2-0. You got them at 2-0.
And then the Raiders are 1-1, but the
No,
Raiders.
No, the
that's
Cardinals.
Oh, the Cardinals?
Cardinals are the other team in the NFC West. But I mean, the Cardinals are playing who this week? They're playing someone with an injured quarterback.
The Cardinals, are they playing Carolina this week?
Yeah, they're playing Carolina this week. So there's a good chance they could get a win. And they've been pretty close in both their games. If Kyler Murray played in the first half the way he played in the second half, or even the fourth quarter, I mean, he finally gets the ball to Larry Fitzgerald in the fourth quarter and closes the gap. But they're going to squeak out a win here or there. So I think the Cardinals and San Francisco would be a great game to watch because I think you'll see two almost evenly matched teams.
Yeah.
You have to the records are irrelevant because the Cardinals could have won both games, and who knew how dynamic this offense would be. Although They gave those guys long-term contracts. They gave what's his name, Sherman, a long-term contract. The coach, who's it? The San Francisco coach.
Oh, Shanahan.
Yeah.
Shanahan and the GM. What's his name? The former
John Lynch.
John Lynch. Yeah. So they've built to this. I don't know if they're for real. Seattle, they look good. The Rams. I mean, that game. What's going on with the refs? What is happening with these refs? I really don't think it's a New Orleans thing, but if I was a fan of New Orleans, I would absolutely. How could you deny the fact that it's
Drew Brees getting hurt, I don't think that definitely affected the game, but ultimately if Drew Brees gets hurt, they're not winning that game anyway.
Yeah.
The Rams find a way to win with Drew Brees out.
Teddy Bridgewater, you don't pay $7.5 million to a backup quarterback.
He looked awful.
Yeah.
I mean, but a week under his belt now with the offense, I think he'll be much, much better. I mean, look, he could be a starting quarterback for 4 other teams right now if he wanted to. You don't think Miami would rather have Teddy Bridgewater than Fitzpatrick or whoever else or what's his name?
I think they want whoever's the cheapest, and they're just collecting their draft picks. They don't care about this year.
But you don't think that the Steelers would want,
Yeah, the Steelers could use. Well, you know what? I picked up Mason Rudolph in one of my fantasy leagues, and I'm going to sit him on my bench, and we'll see. He's got weapons there.
I had Drew Brees in 2 of my leagues, and so I picked up Teddy Bridgewater because, look, they're still going to be a prolific offense.
Yes.
It's not like Alvin Kamara's not going to get his yards. It's not like Michael Thomas isn't going to get 1,000 yards. So someone's going to throw them the ball. It's going to be Teddy Bridgewater. I don't think it's going to be as potent as the Drew Brees offense, but they're not just going to
But I like Rudolph more than I like Bridgewater because Rudolph was drafted as the guy, and he's been in the system for a little bit. He knows the system, and he's he doesn't get the first team reps, but he knows the players, and he's got a little bit of chemistry.
Yeah, but Bridgewater's been there he was there last year, right?
He's been there.
He's been
a
there
couple
for
years.
a year too. So.
But they also love that Hill
Taysom
guy.
Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that guy's always a trick replay kind of situation, which I don't mind.
But if those work, that's going to take away from Bridgewater and his value in fantasy. Because we're not talking wins and losses. We're playing fantasy football here.
There's an edge.
None of us are Saints fans.
Don't tell me we're playing fantasy. First
we're
of all,
playing fantasy football.
I'm 2-0, motherfucker.
You're 2-0 with like the lowest score.
Oh my gosh!
The lowest
qualifiers?
score.
Is that what you're going to resort to?
You're
Qualifiers?
very, very lucky.
Okay.
To crawl to 2-0.
Let's see now. Which
limped.
team would you rather have?
Your
team
team
that's
literally
2-0?
has no back, and it's 2-0.
My team stands on its shoulders. They hold each other's hands. They help each other up when they fall down, and they're victorious twice. 2-0. I didn't say look. I'm not saying we didn't. I destroyed anyone. I snuck it out.
Certainly didn't destroy anyone.
I snuck it out. But did you win this week?
I did.
You did. So you 2-0 as well, right?
No, I'm 1-1.
1-1. That's right. A worse record than I have. Correct.
I have like 40 more points than you.
40 more points. The Willie Tyler molesters. No, that's not the.
That's the
Comedy
Store
Store team. Sorry.
And you're playing Linklater this week, and I think he's going to take you to 2-1.
2-0. I'm the only 2-0 team in my division. Wow. M's 2-0.
Hell yeah.
Who's your starting quarterback, by the way?
It was Aaron Rodgers, and then I switched it this week to the other one. I forget his name.
Wow. The other one.
She switched it to Dak Prescott, which
That's
is the
it.
right move against the Dolphins.
By the way, it's so funny you say that because in the Comedy Store League, I've got Aaron Rodgers and Dak Prescott. Is it the Comedy Store League or one of my other leagues? And or the Punch Drunk League. And I got to switch now too. I got to go to Dak Prescott.
How could you not this week?
I mean,
Yeah.
you're
You're going up against a practice squad, basically.
I know, but think about it. 2 weeks in a row. How do you sit Aaron Rodgers? Like, how do you sit arguably? Fucking A. Call Anthem. I'm having a stroke. Arguably, I can't do it.
It's now life-threatening.
You can argue the fact that he's the best quarterback in the league. But arm strength, everything, put it together. You got one guy. You need to win one game. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is more physically talented right now, but
Well, I think the NFL is shifting, and people like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen and
oh
Lamar
my God,
Jackson.
you didn't just add your own quarterback in there, did you?
And Josh Allen again.
Oh,
These guys who
God.
can scramble are going to be the ones that become like the elite quarterbacks because those linebackers and those defensive linemen are so fucking fast that you can't just stand in the pocket anymore.
I get that, but don't add Josh Allen into that.
And Josh Allen.
I mean,
Did you see what he did to the Giants defense? It was beautiful.
why do you get a sex voice when you talk
Just
about them?
Beautiful.
What? Did you see what they did to the Giants defense?
They weren't so giant.
Dude, I'll
when
tell
he
you
was
what.
done with them.
It was so embarrassing to watch that defense. That defense, the Giants defense was so piss poor. Why are they not going after one of these, the guy in Miami that wants to get out of there, the cornerback?
Yeah, Minka Fitzpatrick.
Like, why aren't we going after guys like that? I mean, could you possibly be happy with this defense and the way it's played the first 2 weeks?
No.
It looks like a high school defense. East Mississippi State, from Last Chance U, had a better defense than the Giants have.
Do you guys play Miami this year?
Yes, we play all the.
That's
we
gonna
play
be
the Jets.
So much fun.
We play Miami.
That's going to be a fun
I mean,
game.
that's going to be the toilet bowl. I don't know if that game's going to be 0-0 as a tie or 98 to 104.
It'll be like 54 to 51.
I mean, you're going to have to, like, the odds maker's going to have a tough time going into that one.
Yeah.
Because what if both defenses don't show up? You can make the spread 100 and it might be the over.
Yeah.
Or they could both just lock each other down like two, fucking idiots fighting each other in a park. Two bums fighting each other in a parking lot.
Looking forward
Bum
to that.
fights.
That is a bum fight.
That's a bum fight right there.
I hate what Miami's doing. I hate the precedent that they're establishing, that they're knowingly sucking. Why don't they play Rosen?
I thought that they went out and got Rosen for this reason. To see what he's... I mean, like, who's your quarterback?
Fitzpatrick.
I know, but, like, Fitzpatrick is done. Now, he's a Band-Aid for the year, but, like, didn't you get Drew Rosen?
No,
Josh Rosen. Didn't you get Josh Rosen to see if he was going to be your future quarterback? A year ago, he was for Arizona. I would assume you traded him for the same reason. You don't have a quarterback. Why aren't you playing him? Why aren't you seeing what he's like? What he is?
Do you think that Miami would be the best team in the XFL right now?
Honestly, no.
I don't know. I haven't watched them play. I mean, look, they played New England and got blown out, but that's New England. The Giants are going to do that. But Tampa Bay. Oh, wait, was it? No. Who's the first week?
It was the Ravens, and the Ravens won, what was it,
52-3?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, they
Might
played
have been
2 2-0 teams. Let's see what they look like when they play the Giants. They may not be as bad as we think they are. Do they cover this week, though, is the question. They're playing the
No,
Patriots.
they
No,
don't
they're
cover.
playing the
They don't cover.
Dallas, right?
They don't cover on the road in Dallas. Dallas
Oh,
is
my
gonna run
God.
up
It's
that
on the
score.
road. It's in...
It's in Dallas. The
Oh,
spread
my God.
is currently sitting at... where are you?
It's got to be 20.
It's
Is it
over
23 now?
It's over 20. It is at 21.5.
21.5, dude. 21.5.
And the over/under is 47.
I take the over, and I take the fucking Cowboys.
You would take that spread?
21.5, dude.
It's a good week to own Ezekiel Elliott.
21.5. Yeah, at home. I mean, look, the practice game was the Giants,
Yeah.
and they beat them 35-17. Is that 21 points? No, it's not 21 points.
18 points.
I would not take that spread.
You
That's too
the
many
Giants
points.
are...
It's too many points. It's too much tuna.
That's 3 touchdowns.
I'm taking that spread. I'm taking that spread all day.
You're gonna take the fucking. I mean,
Fuck yeah.
Something about me wants
Against
to take it
the
too.
Dolphins.
Something I
It's
know.
It's
At
not
home.
the Giants. I really think the Giants are a better team than the Dolphins are a disgrace to football right now.
Yeah, they can't
They're
score.
they're
either.
going to
That's the
go
thing.
down as one of the
They don't
worst
have a
teams,
Saquon.
if not the worst team. They have nothing.
Yeah, they might score 7 points, and I think Dallas scores about 40. So yeah, I'm going to take Dallas too.
So the only undefeated team in the history of the NFL could be putting out the worst football team ever this year. I mean, if I
they could easily go 0-16.
Yeah, I don't know how they win a game.
They could beat the Giants, depending on who knows. Hope. We have hope now.
Daniel Jones is the real deal.
I don't argue the fact that the Giants have way more playmakers than the
And you're getting Golden
Miami
Tate
does.
back. Sterling
Golden Tate-
Shepard's coming back. You have Evan Ingram.
Evan
You
Ingram's
have
a great
Barkley. You
receiver.
have a decent
Yes.
offense. Your
Yes.
defense is terrible, but your
Terrible.
offense is
Which goes to my
solid.
point again. Why are we not going after these fucking defensive guys who are all Jalen Ramsey. Now, look, he's a head case. I understand, but are we immune to those fucking guys?
You got to trade Eli right now while he still has
Who
a
would
little bit
want
of value.
Eli? First of all, he's got a no trade
There's
clause.
a lot of,
He's got a no trade clause.
but
He's
can't he go in and say, okay, you can trade me because I do want to keep playing?
He
yeah,
can,
but he doesn't though. He doesn't. He's got 4 kids under the age of 8 in school in New Jersey. He's got a $20 million house in New Jersey and a $30 million house in the Hamptons. He ain't leaving New York. He's going to hold a clipboard for the next 14 weeks, ride off into the sunset, probably never play again, I would say. And he'll do what his brother did. He'll coach a couple of years. He'll probably get into the Hall of Fame. He'll do commentary maybe. He's not that.
I don't think he's going to do commentary.
He's not good at it.
He's not good on camera like Peyton is.
No, he's not. But maybe he'll get into coaching, offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he could do that.
I mean,
That
the
I could see.
turnaround now is quick on those things. I saw Kellen Moore. I
He's
thought that was the
30
backup
years old.
quarterback for what's his name for Dak Prescott. I go, oh, Kellen Moore's. Oh no, he's the offensive coordinator calling the plays.
He's 30 years old.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's the new trend. It's like guys. You have guys like like a Rosen maybe, who's I don't know if he's smart or not, but like you realize 2 or 3 years in, hey, I'm not going to be the guy. I'm happy to the level I got, but the way to prolong my life in this business is to transfer into coaching.
Mm-hmm.
And so, they do it. Billy Beane. I just watched Moneyball the other day.
I did too.
Yeah, it was on like
weird.
whatever. Yeah, I love that movie.
I do too.
But it's just like when he realized, he's like, this ain't for me, but I still love this game. And then just asked the A's for a job as a scout, and just worked his way up from there. But yeah, I mean, I think he's ingrained in New York. His family's in New York. I think he'll get coaching possibilities in a couple of years from now. But I wouldn't be surprised if like next year he went up and did a little, commentating, even though he's not that good at it. Maybe even in New York, like just stick around New York, I think. I don't see him going to Pittsburgh or going anywhere else for the rest of the year to go play.
He might go to Jacksonville or Denver.
The only reason Jacksonville makes sense is because Tom Coughlin's there.
Yeah.
And so, I think he would be able to work in that system easily
And
because
you
he
could
probably
get Jalen Ramsey.
Look, that would be highway robbery. If we were to trade Eli Manning for Jalen Ramsey,
That would never happen.
I mean, never. That would be even as a Giant, I would love for that to happen, but I mean, that's never going to happen. Not unless they just really just want to get rid of him.
Would you give up this year's Giants first round pick
No,
for Jalen? Yeah, I wouldn't either.
no. Draft picks, number 1 draft picks are gold. Like even Pittsburgh gave Miami, was it first round?
A first round, and they could suck this year.
They are gonna suck this year.
Yeah.
How do you give the first round draft pick away after you're 0-2 and you just lost your starting quarterback for the rest of the year? You don't think you're gonna have a top 10 pick, a lottery pick?
It's a terrible move. But I like these teams that are picking between 20 and 30 that give up their first round pick, because to me that's like a second round pick.
Yeah. You're not if you're
If
not
you're
in
a
the lottery.
contender and you can get a piece that'll get you
Yeah,
into the playoffs,
totally
then
give up a
it's
first
round
totally
pick.
worth it.
If you make the playoffs this year, then yeah, you go for it. You'll be picking in the 20s, so that's fine. If you need a piece this year to get you over the edge, like the Cubs did with the closer Chapman that one year, they gave up fucking Gleyber Torres, and they needed a World Series. They got their World Series. So if there's a piece like that that's missing, like I think Seattle getting Jadeveon Clowney is a real good move for them. It really locks up that front line and puts a lot of pressure on the quarterback. So let me think here. I'm going to go with Dallas and the spread with the 21 points.
Absolutely.
Covering.
Absolutely.
What's the other? It's who's got the other 20-point spread?
It's the
New England Jets? Is that
New
right?
England Jets game. It's a
23?
depending on where you're looking, it's anywhere from 22 to 23 and a half.
And it's in Foxborough, correct?
Yes.
It's got to be with that spread.
Bill Belichick would run the score up on his grandma.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that, but just for some reason, I feel like the Jets have a good defense. They have a
They
good.
do.
They
do.
have a
They have
good
a
defense.
Very good defense.
Greg Williams doesn't like getting embarrassed, even though they, sort of, they really weren't embarrassed the first week. Their offense was embarrassing, but the defense did a good job. I would say I would take the Jets with that one. I would take the Jets, not cover with the 23 points.
I don't think the Jets are going to score, though.
You don't think they're going to score once?
No.
I'm still taking New
I think
England.
Le'Veon Bell will score a touchdown. I think they will get close enough to score a touchdown. I think they have between 7 and 10 points. The question is, how many do... I mean, we do this podcast on a Wednesday, and so this whole thing could change if Antonio Brown gets suspended or for a week or whatever. I mean, who knows? If they don't have him, I think they might not cover that spread. But it might not make a difference. I don't know. 21 to 23 points? Fuck, it's too many, dude.
It's a lot of points, but
No, the Patriots will cover that.
the Patriots
The
are
Jets
going
aren't
to
going to score. Their offense is terrible. The Patriots' defense is really, really good, too.
Yeah, I know.
They might be one of the
McCourty.
elite defenses in the league. They might be top 3 at the end of the year.
And you never even notice it. You don't
No,
talk about it.
because it's all about Tom Brady and his weapons. Because they've outscored everybody. What is it, 67-3?
Oh, God, that sounds terrible.
67
It might be
to
76-3.
Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots.
It's a Madden game.
I'm taking the Patriots and the Cowboys. I'm going to take both teams.
You have to.
All right, let's figure out our we're starting a new bit on the show called we're getting Lucas paid. So each week we're going to take a trifecta. We're going to try to do a trifecta. If we win, Lucas gets paid for coming down here, transportation, Uber, both ways, and the video clips that he puts up, he'll get paid for those too.
Oh, hell yeah.
If we lose, oh, sorry, Lucas, you're
It's
not getting
okay.
paid this week, all
It's
right?
okay. Life's a gamble.
Life is a gamble, and that's what this show's about. Can you see my crotch, Em? Okay. I didn't realize I was doing that, but this is starting to feel good over
Only
here.
when you spread your legs like that, though.
Okay, cool. We got to get this. Oh, it went off. Let's get it back on.
This just in.
Oh,
we
by the way-
lost all of our viewers.
Yeah, right. We're going to gain some viewers now
And
that my
there
legs are
goes
open.
our sponsors.
Not again on the sponsorship tip, but if you want to, I blew out my old heating pad. It died last week. Had to pick up this new one. Soft Heat, love your product. Give me a nice little thing down here with a little pad on top of this over here. So, yeah, I like this one a
Have
lot.
you tried getting those icy hot patches? You can get the just hot ones that you can stick to your skin and then you can walk around with it on. I
Yeah.
take that as you have tried that?
Yeah, I've tried that.
All right, it's just a thought.
You mean like the salon pause patches and like those things? I've tried everything besides voodoo to get this fucking back. You think
Well,
I
then
like
let's try
linens?
some voodoo.
Fine. You know, you have a doll. I think
We
that's
can
what
make
got
one.
me in this situation. I think there's a voodoo doll out there of me, and someone just keeps sticking it in my sciatic nerve, a pin right in my sciatic nerve, right in my fucking.
And right next to it is a Daniel Jones voodoo doll holding the Vince Lombardi trophy.
I'll tell you what. Could you imagine if this kid goes on a fucking run and runs the table for
That'd
the
be
rest of the year?
fun. That'd be fun to watch.
Of
It's not
course, it'd be
gonna
fun to
happen.
watch.
It's never
What's
going to
the
happen.
odds that Daniel Jones wins every game for the rest of the season?
0.0%.
Could you imagine if we beat the Patriots again? It's set up like that. It's set up like one of
Yeah.
our years. What 1 year didn't we start off 0-2? We played all season long, great for the rest of the year. We lost to the Patriots the last game. Was it 2007?
Yes,
Yep,
it was.
Yep.
And then we went on to beat them in the Super Bowl. Did we start off 0-2 that year? Look that up for me, Brenton, please. I gotta get some water.
And then I don't know if that was the same year, but the other Super Bowl year, the Giants won every game in the playoffs on the road.
Yes.
It was the same year.
Yeah, because we were like we snuck in. We basically
In that last game, that Week 17 game against the Patriots,
We
came
were in
down,
it.
Yeah.
in it to the very, very end.
Yep.
Like I said, there's only one solution to beating that team. You get 3 or 4 guys, probably 4, that can rush the quarterback and get to Tom Brady. Not just like make him move around a little bit. I mean, fucking get in his face, and you're able to drop 7, maybe even 8 guys back. If you can get pressure on him with 4 dudes and drop 7 back, you will have a chance to win the game. But that's it. If you got to send 7 guys to go get him and blitz him he's going to beat you. He's going to either go long to Antonio Brown, he's going to go a slant across the middle to fucking Edelman, he's going to go a high fade to Josh Gordon. Every option is out there for him. But if you can make him fucking move around and have to think about it with just, with 3 guys or 4 guys in his face, you got a chance. But that's not happening this week. The Jets have a good defensive line.
Mm-hmm. They have a good linebacking core.
Yeah. I mean, what's his name coming back this week? Mosley?
Mm-hmm.
So he'll be back this week. I mean, he's a good defensive linebacker. So
I hate it
as an
though.
offensive linebacker.
Whenever I watch Brady, he just seems to have enough time back there to eat a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. It really is. It's for goddamn ridiculous.
That Giants team was the first team I ever saw in Brady's career ever pressure him.
They were on him all fucking game long, relentless. Strahan was in his face. Justin Tuck was in his face. I mean, they plied. They never let up, and they could drop. And they barely won those games. Yeah. Barely.
You guys did start 0-2 that year. You didn't lose again after that until after the bye week 10.
10.
You got swept by the Cowboys that season. And then in week 16, I was at the game in Buffalo where you guys just killed us. Like, you had probably 200 rushing yards on us, and then you lost the next week at home against New England, and then you ran the table in the playoffs on the road.
Sounds vaguely familiar, doesn't it? The Daniel Jones era has begun, ladies and gentlemen. And let me tell you something else. If it's a colossal mistake, how much fun is watching me come in here every week going to be? If it's just a disaster, if he goes out there like a slack-jawed goon,
you're not going to be complaining about your back anymore.
No, my God, no. I mean, and that's what I'm fully anticipating happens, but...
Here are the pros with him, though, and they said this coming in the draft, is that he is so pro-ready, you don't really have to change anything with him mechanics-wise. He's not like Josh Allen, where he's just a raw talent.
Oh, you mean...
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. Like a fucking raw...
Josh Allen.
Yeah, you have like two... who'd you mention? Kyler Murray, Jackson in Baltimore. Who else did you mention?
Patrick Mahomes,
and then Josh Allen.
Twice.
Yeah. You put fucking... As a scrambling quarterback.
Oh, he's got the strongest arm in football too.
The strongest arm in football.
He could throw
strongest arm and strongest third arm. Josh Allen.
How hard was your third arm on Sunday when you won? Yeah.
Very excited because I am one win closer to my Vegas bet. The Miami one, I'm just going to shred that ticket up. That's never happening.
Yep.
But I didn't know they were going to trade away the whole team before the season started.
But what about, I mean, like, you have to be excited in the fact that, like, 60% of 2-0 teams go to the playoffs.
Yes.
60%.
Yes, they do.
And you'll definitely be in that 40% that
We're going to be 3-0. We are going to be 3-0.
Well, think about it, dude. Half your division is a joke. Is a fucking laughing stock. Half your division is a 20-point underdog this week against their various opponents. So, I mean, if you don't win 8 games, dude, it's like you didn't win a game. Embarrassing.
I love it.
We got to pick our locks of the week so we get Lucas paid. I mean, I'll take the Dallas game if you want to do that one with the points.
Yeah, we can do the Dallas game. I just think that one's going to be a rout, more so than the Jets in New England, because that's a rivalry, so that's probably not a lock. I still think it's going to happen. The other one that I think is intriguing that we could get decent odds on, we have Oakland going to Minnesota, and they're giving Minnesota 8.5 points. Now, I think this depends on if Josh Jacobs plays or not. I think he's questionable right now, but he should be able to play, but that could be interesting. Then the other game I like is Tennessee at Jacksonville. Jacksonville is giving 1.5 points. I think Tennessee's going to rout them. And then...
how good is Gardner Crimshaw, though? Have you seen this guy? His fashion choices, dude, everything.
Yeah. First of all, his dad is fucking ripped. His dad is humongous. The mustache, the hat, like everything that went on. Yeah, like this guy's his own person. Wait, he's like a JUCO guy, right? He was like a troubled mess.
Oh,
I thought he came from like one of those East Mississippi schools or something like that. Like those JUCO, like, you know, get him in line and maybe we'll get him back to Division I kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I always thought those were for guys that like were troublemakers, but maybe he's just like
he's like a last chance you kind of guy.
Yeah, I thought that's what he was, but maybe I'm wrong.
Even better, that just adds to a story.
It really does, because I like him. He's fucking kooky as fuck.
Yeah, he came off the Jags jet dressed like a 70s porn star.
I loved it, dude. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has got the same mustache. Philadelphia, Detroit, dude. Philadelphia's only getting 6 points, and at home, you You think Detroit keeps up with Philadelphia?
I think Detroit could keep up with Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Detroit's pretty good.
Baltimore, Kansas City.
That's going to be a lot of points. Take the over.
53 is the over-under. We should take the over, dude. Right?
Yeah.
Lucas, you think they're both going to score 25 apiece?
I'm trying to think how good their defenses are, but yeah, I
Baltimore
would take the
has a
over.
better defense. Kansas City doesn't have a great defense, but Kansas City will just get into a shootout with you.
Yeah, I
and
would take the
they
over.
have Patrick Mahomes. He's
I mean, they
brand
got
new
the
quarterback.
over-under Atlanta, Indianapolis at 47. So for an extra 6 points, you get Baltimore and Kansas City's offense going at each other.
Yeah, take that.
They're both going to be competitive games, so they're both probably going to hit the over on that. I would go over on either one of those.
Miami, Dallas. Oh, my God. 21.5. By the way, the Westgate, which is the one I use just for my own reference, it's got the Jets in New England 22.5. But whatever one you use is obviously the line they're going to.
Well, I go Vegas Insider, and it shows 8 different lines and roughly what they all are, and I like the range. I like knowing what everyone's thinking.
Ooh, LA Rams and Cleveland.
I don't think Cleveland covers. It's only 3,
They're
right?
only giving the Rams 3. Now, the
Yeah.
Cleveland's at home.
It doesn't matter. We've had 2 weeks now with this offense that's supposed to be mind-blowing, and they've been very underwhelming. So I think the Rams
defense is ridiculous.
Rams defense is ridiculous. I don't think Jared Goff is that great, but he fits well in the system that they run.
You know what he thinks about you?
He doesn't give a shit.
No, he just has $150 million in the bank. So
Yeah, that's fine.
He doesn't give a
Overpay
shit
for
what
him
you think.
because you know what?
Well, they did.
He's no Josh Allen.
They did. All these guys are overpaying for these guys. There's
Yeah.
really 2 guys in the league that are like Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers.
Josh
and
Allen.
oh my God, the guy has won 2 football games for you.
2-0, baby.
Don't get your sex voice on. I won't do the podcast anymore if you continue with this bullshit.
Well, then close your legs, Steve.
All right, you're right. Fair enough. We don't want to get a thirst trap going here, guys. We are the #1 sexually provocative podcast in the world. That's right, Danish O'Neill. You've got bestiality. We've got sexuality. Okay? I'm doing their podcast, by the way, this week, I think. We're going to get to this Lisp thing. We're going to get to the bottom of this Lisp story. Once and for all. How about that? All right, so our trifecta. Let's get back to business here. Before we oh, shit. This is not good. Santa Monica Surgery Center. All right, anyway. All right, so I like... you tell me which ones you like. I like the Rams with giving 3 points.
Absolutely.
I like the over on the what's that? Baltimore Kansas City game,
Yes.
and then I like the 2 20-point spread games. So you choose
I
what you would
honestly think we're in. This is the first time we've ever completely agreed on everything.
want, and that was guaranteed to lose. Absolutely bet against everything we say this week, 100%, because I don't think we've ever agreed on it. And if we did,
We haven't. And over
we're
a year.
always wrong.
But I'm telling you, these are. You'd have to be dumb to bet against these. You got to just really be addicted to gambling to go against. This is just common sense. That doesn't mean it's 100%.
Dude, what did you
But this
become a
is
fucking
common
expert? This is
sense.
common. Dude, could you, oh my God.
Come on, man.
You can't lose.
You can't lose.
With
Are
the
you
information
kidding
we're
me?
giving you. Just dial the 800
Are you
number below.
kidding me?
By the way, if you want to call in, we are live. 323-818-242-7424. Is that right, Em?
That was too many numbers, I think.
818-323-242-224.
1-800-549-1658.
Just dial the 800 number below.
19
We'll give you the picks of the week.
812.
Let's get Lucas paid. And so which ones are we going to go? I mean, I wouldn't take all 4 unless you really want to gamble. You want to really gamble? We'll make more money. We put $50 on all 4.
I mean,
Lucas, you're gonna get paid.
I believe in all 4 of them.
Yeah, New England, they cannot make that line big enough.
No.
Belichick hates the
The
Jets.
only reason the line is
Yeah, he
where the
fired.
line is at,
Yeah.
the
and
only
Spygate.
reason is they have to put it somewhere to where someone's maybe going to go, okay, I'll
That's
take
why. They
I'll
gotta
take the
split
Jets.
the money.
That's the only reason. But whatever the line is, Bill Belichick's going to look at that and go, I'll do 5 more.
We're on to New York. We're on to the Jets. All right, well, we're going to go with all 4. And we're going to get Lucas paid.
Hell yeah.
This is going to be a big week for you, Lucas.
Oh, I can't wait.
You're going to make more money on this podcast than we've ever made in our lives.
Dude, that would be amazing.
You would be the only person to make any money on this podcast.
That's not true. We made $15.65 last week. Thank you.
And you made $400 when I gave you those
That's true.
those golf bets.
And I'm going to win money on the Bills' future bet.
Speaking of which, let's switch to baseball for a sec. Mike Trout out for the season.
That was nuts.
Do you think he still wins the AL MVP?
No.
Really?
No.
Why
think
not?
so.
Why not? What's your argument? I mean, look at his numbers. His numbers are ridiculous.
It was
and who do you think can take it from him? If you
I think Yelich, it was more of a disparity
between him and
I think Trout, it was much closer with everybody else, and now that where are the Angels at in the standings?
They're not in it.
Yeah, so I think it's going to go to somebody who has similar numbers that is going to get their team there. Maybe
Alex
somebody from
Bregman
the
is a guy that
Astros.
people are looking at. He's been on a hot streak recently, and the Astros are playing well. You can't overlook DJ LeMahieu. He's got second highest batting average. He'll probably win the batting title or come real close to a point or two away. He's got 25 home runs, and he'll have over 100 RBIs in the leadoff spot for the Yankees. So I know he's up there, but I'm like, Mike Trout's got 45 home runs, 100 and something RBIs, leads the league in on-base percentage and home runs. He gets on base more than anybody else, and he hits more home runs than anybody else. What more do you want a fucking guy to do? He gets on base 48% of the time. You know how ridiculous that is?
That's crazy.
Half the time he comes to the plate, he's either getting a hit or he's getting a walk. He's getting on base. So, I think there's a big shift now within baseball, absolutely, but almost to the point where fans now, I mean, when I grew up, it was like you looked at batting average, home runs, and RBI. On-base percentage is a way more important number to inside baseball people than batting average. If you ask Aaron Boone, he couldn't tell you who's batting one on the team. He probably knows DJ LeMahieu is in the top 5 of batting average, but it's on-base percentage. And when you have the best on-base percentage and the most home runs, that means you're getting on base every time. You have a great ability to do that, and you can hit for power and knock it out whenever you want. That to me is, and it's not like he's a shit defensive player. He's one of the best center fielders in the world. So
Yeah.
You obviously watched Moneyball last night.
2 nights. It was a couple nights ago. When was it on, Brenton?
I watched it Saturday night, late Saturday night.
Because what about the A's this year? I was reading.
I feel like they are, what Billy Beane's got there is like he gets them, it's almost like a guaranteed. All right, there's a golfer in Charles Howell III. They call him the ATM machine. He hasn't won many times, but he's always in the top 20 because he's always cashing in because he's consistent. They always build a consistent team filled with non-stars, but that team can only get to a certain point. I think that's what I took most away from Moneyball. Is like you can build a team for the long haul for the season, but you can get exposed in the playoffs. You can get exposed real quickly in the playoffs. If you build a team that can slowly beat and grind out 95 wins like the A's usually can every year, but then when you get to the playoffs, it's a different. You need those huge. You can't. It's almost like you don't have enough time for the team to give all. You need like quality hitters and quality at bats from stars.
Well, that's why I love the baseball playoffs and Moneyball. Like that at the end when Joe Morgan starts talking, he says you can have the best record in the regular season. The playoffs, if you have a bad week,
yeah,
that's it.
That's it. And these teams that are built with numbers, it's like almost like if you're going into blackjack and you have a system that you're going to use, right? You may get it may not matter. You may have 5-6 hands in a row that just the dealer gets 20, or you just get you're busted out every time. But then you can have 6 or 7 great hands in a row. But if you have 5 or 6 bad hands in a row in the playoffs, you're fucked. You're done. It's over. So, I mean, I respect that's the only way they could do it. Their owner's never going to open up its pocketbook and go, "Hey, let's go, try to beat the Yankees." They have to do it the way they have to do it. And they build a successful team every single year. I always thought, I'm like, they're a team that can, not challenge Houston in the sense of like overcoming them, but at least breathe down their neck for a while. Fucking Houston, dude. It's like, how do the Yankees, we need the best record in baseball. We need it. I do not want to go Game 7 into another person's ballpark under any circumstance. I don't want to do it in Houston. I don't want to do it in Los Angeles. I want Game 7 at home. Speaking of Game 7, the Yankees' big win this week. Luis Severino pitched yesterday, 4 innings. Little wild in the beginning, but that's to be expected. His fastball was there. His command was there. His changeup was awesome. So hopefully we didn't need to make a big splash at the trade deadline. This guy could be the guy. It's like our we're getting an all-star back from the disabled list just in time. That being said, Dellin Betances out for the rest of the year. Fucking comes back after all this rehab on Sunday and lands funny on the mound in Toronto and partially tears his Achilles. Like the weirdest fucking thing ever. I saw him walk off the field. He looked fine. So I'm saying, as a Yankee fan, I think our bullpen is the least of our worries. We got a lot of arms out there, so I'm not as worried. I'm very happy that Luis Severino is going to be in the starting rotation. Fingers crossed. And what else did I want to talk about? Oh, you're getting married, Brenton. I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
I read an article, or I heard about an article in Playboy magazine. Thomas Middleditch, you know Thomas Middleditch from?
I actually skimmed that article.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So apparently, he's has an open marriage with his wife, and I think he said in the article that they got married first and then told her about it, or I think that's how it went down. But in any case, have you had a conversation with your wife about whether either of you want to have an open marriage? Is that something you're interested in?
That's not something I don't think either one of us are interested in.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I
by
do
an
know
open
what you're
marriage?
talking about.
I'm not saying like
going to swinger clubs.
Swingers clubs, you have sex with other people, she has sex with other people.
I don't think that's something that either one of us are into.
Well, you should check with her first before you get married. You don't want to be blindsided by something like that. Just as a good friend that wants to help you out. Now,
are you hitting on me or my wife?
No, I'm not hitting on either of you.
Okay.
On either of you. I don't want you to be like, what is she talking? Like, I don't want you coming here shell shocked one day when you're like, yes, he wants to fucking have sex with other people, and now I have to have sex with other people, because I know you're fragile, you're dainty, and I don't want to see you get broken, Brenton.
How do you bring that up, though?
I know. That's what I was hoping that Brenton was going to do tonight. That was my next thing. You should probably bring it up tonight to her, and if you do, you should probably just hide a camera to see how she feels, get a reaction on it. Because I think, it's too late for me. I've been married for 13 years.
Yeah.
There's no way I can broach the subject now of being like, hey. Plus, I don't want anyone else fucking my wife.
But, Steve, broach it when you have a bad back, and she might be more receptive.
She barely wants to touch me right now, Lucas. I think she would, if I was like, hey, do you want to swing? She'd be like, great, I'm out of here. I'll go fuck somebody else. Maybe someone without a bad back who gives, dude, I still like to, rock it. And I can't rock it right now. I can't get to that gear. I can't shift into that gear right now. It's frustrating for me. It's frustrating for everyone. I actually don't think it's frustrating for my wife. I think she's loving this, actually. This is like a vacation for her. A sex vacation that she doesn't have to like have me pawing at her at all times. Thank you, Anthem Healthcare. Thank you so much for your help in my relationship here.
Yeah, I didn't know that about Thomas Middleditch, though. So
Shocking to me, though.
That maybe Brenton could just. Have you seen Eyes Wide Shut?
That's a good question. Have you seen that movie?
He brought that up. I have not seen the movie, but he brought that up in the interview.
Is that what he's doing, like those sex parties and stuff? Oh my God, dude! You got to rent the tux for that, and how do you bring it back with jizz all over it?
You
got to get your own tux. You got to get your own tux. Be a man, get your own tux. Those facial masks you can get. I'll get different ones of those.
Yeah, they blindfold you, take you to a mansion.
They should do Netflix for those facial masks, because you don't want to show up to that party the next week with the same face mask you wore last week, right? And then you're investing a lot of money in these face masks. So maybe Netflix, you get a face mask, right? You send it back. They send you a new face mask. That way you don't have to commit to one. You could have a different face mask
I
every
think
time
you
for your
just-
Fidelio parties.
Steve, I think you just created a new sponsor.
Thank you so much. Sponsorship. Hey, guys, I'm an entrepreneur. Hey, Sharks. Are you sick of going to sex swinger club parties wearing the same face mask every time? Well, we've got something for you. Look at this. You trade in your own sex face mask. Maybe one, maybe for Halloween it's like a scary unicorn. Maybe for Christmas it's something that looks like Jolly St. Nick. But look, you don't have the commitment to buying all these face masks. And what are you going to do with them then after? Trade them on the black market?
Yeah, Halloween's coming up.
No. We use Netflix for face masks. That's the second Netflix idea I've had for them tonight. I'm going to call Ted Sarandos after this podcast. Did you guys have anything you want to talk about? I had Thomas Middleditch down.
I mean, we talked about the terrible officiating. I don't know if you saw that Bears-Broncos game. Did you see the 2 roughing the passer calls?
No, but I was going to ask you, is
That
Myles Garrett...
affected the outcome of the game 100%. And I saw the hit, and it was like, that was a regular hit on a quarterback who still had the ball.
Yeah, it was terrible.
was
One of the
awful.
worst calls I've ever seen.
Yeah. And it
What
put
is
him in
going
field goal
on?
range.
The refs they really blew this week.
On Monday night, the ref was in the... They had like one of the... Not one of the refs, but like head of the refs in the booth with Booger McFarland and the other guy. And they were like, so what's happening this week? Like, what's your thought process going forward? And this guy just he was like, well, we've reviewed the tape and we go over them every week. And so what we're going to try to accomplish and try to get to is getting it right. And I was like, what the fuck? Like all that vamping and all that like synergy talk, like all that corporate talk you mean like doing the job correctly? Is that what you're saying? Like that's all you want to do is your job correctly. That's what we'd like too. Like what's preventing them? We've given them all the fucking tools. We've given them the ability to go back and look at it again, you fucking morons. How could you get all these calls wrong? I'm not a Saints fan, but how do you think that they're not against you? With that the fumble
It just
with the
keeps happening.
with them. I was going to ask you, do you think Myles Garrett's a dirty player? I mean, he had 2 roughing the passer calls. One of them knocked out the backup quarterback for the rest of the year. I mean, to me, I know he's a great defensive player. He gets off quickly, but he can be dirty, I think, over there. I think he got some bad lessons from Greg Williams for that year or two that they were together. And so, I don't know. I'm just saying I watched that game, and I wouldn't be happy if I was a Jets fan because, 2 in the same game, that's like you're doing something on purpose. Like what's.
But Steve, he plays the piano in the off season. He can't be dirty.
That's true. He is a beautiful human being in the off season. At least he doesn't like some Pittsburgh Pirates players have sexual talks with 13-year-old girls. Did you see this Pirates picture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said his exact quote
was...
what
was it? Get it right because it was great. She kind of looked underage. I was suspicious, but I still did it anyway. She's 13 years old, dude.
13.
He's been dating her since she was 13. She's 15 now.
But he says he had sex, but not really with her.
I love that not really part. Sex, but not really. What do you think he did to that poor girl? My God, not really. This isn't sex. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
By the way,
God.
if we get all 4 of our bets correct,
What do we win?
$614.
Holy fuck. Lucas, let's get Lucas.
I am going to buy a
Dollars.
house based off this podcast.
Don't buy a house. My pipes are still leaking.
Oh,
It's been a nightmare.
Don't tell
3
us about your
plumbers,
sexual
5
problems.
visits.
Now you got pipes leaking?
Pipes are leaking.
What about your mold situation?
The guy's like, you got to replace everything in here, guy. This is all starting to mold.
Oh, man, you're getting fucking money pitted already.
Yep.
Damn, dude.
We've been in there 2.5 weeks.
Wow.
Don't buy a house. Invest in something fun.
You can't buy a house in Los Angeles. Middle class, to buy a house in Los Angeles, did a report I saw the other day, you're supposed to make $110,000 a year. That's what middle class housing is. In San Francisco, it's the highest. Middle class, to be able to buy a house with 10% down, you're supposed to make $240,000 a year.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
middle class.
I don't make that. I make enough to buy a house here. I don't make enough to do that.
Yeah, crazy.
That's fucking nuts.
Well,
But your fiance works too, though. I mean, so
She
it's a
does, and
combined
she has a
income,
very
yeah.
good job as well.
Does she make more than you?
No, but I have multiple jobs. She doesn't.
Got it. So you're like you're a jack of all trades compared to
Yeah.
her just steady adding it down the.
Yeah, I have 5 different sources of income before I do any stand-up.
Excuse us, Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
5 different sources of income.
Hey, man, I'm 31 and I own property.
Oh, look at you!
Back off.
Wow.
This haircut gives me confidence.
2-0 Brenton. I can't wait
Yes,
till
sir.
it's. Oh, who are the
Josh
Bills playing this week?
Allen, Cincinnati.
God,
3-0.
That's a win.
3-0.
That's a win, baby. And then
What's
we
the
play New
spread on
England.
that game?
The spread on that game, I think we are.
I'm gonna say 8.5.
No, it's less than that, but it's still like 6.5. Yeah, we're -6 at home.
Take the Bills.
That's the home opener. I mean,
Yeah.
what's the over-under on the tables getting smashed before the game starts?
What tables?
The
You don't know
Bills
about
Mafia,
the Bills Mafia?
flaming tables.
Yeah, they
What are you
light
talking
tables
about?
on fire and they
What?
body slam each other into them because they're fucking crazy.
And they put it on Instagram.
Wait a minute. In the
How have
parking
you
lot?
never seen this?
No, I've never seen because I'm not an idiot and I'm not watching Faces
What
of
are you
Death.
they're the greatest fan base in football. And
You're-
Miami, by the way, was voted the worst.
Oh, good.
Yeah, who gives a fuck about like
And
Miami?
they-
They probably don't even show up till halftime, and
Yeah.
they probably don't show up at all this year. But
No.
wait. So it's a tradition in Buffalo to tailgate, to bring a table, to light said table on fire.
Yes.
And then jump off the back of your pickup truck onto the table, a la like a Rest WWE.
Yes.
And smash a table that's on fire. So then when you get lit on fire, who puts you out?
No, I mean, it's usually there's snow there.
Yeah,
Pour a beer over your head.
Yeah.
Labatt Blue.
Exactly.
And this is for what
This
reason?
is tradition.
This is tradition.
Yeah.
Have you ever flung yourself off of a pickup truck onto a burning fucking table?
No, but the last time I was at a game was 2007. So I was still quite young.
And you wonder why we don't respect Buffalo.
When
You
you're
wonder.
when you're tailgating
But
in
you
10-degree
love
weather,
us.
You need a little fire.
you need some fire.
Yeah. Man, do you have a video of anyone doing this?
I can pull it up on
Yeah.
what's the password?
Let me
Emma?
get my phone out.
I got to see just
Oh,
one
I'll
person.
type it in.
Do you want to see me doing it?
I would love to see you doing it. You fucking moron. Anyone want to see a picture of my my back? Oh my god,
we
my
saw
spine.
you posted that. Go to his Instagram, by the way. You can see
Yeah,
a picture
dude,
of
my
his
ass
spine.
looks great though in this. You could tell I have a good hiney, like a strong, muscular hiney. So that's good news. But the rest of it is bad. Oh, and this pills I'm on make me not shit too. So that's been a disaster because you still have to pee. I mean, you still have to poo, and it ain't easy when you can't.
Are you taking more shits or more showers a week?
I do a daily shit, so definitely more shits than showers. But sometimes I shit in the shower, so does that count as that's a bonus?
So I found a good video. Maybe we can just go out on this video. So why don't we do our plugs?
Okay. Oh, so Lucas, do you have any plugs you'd like to throw in? We should throw in our trifecta plug.
Yes.
3 of us are going to be at the La Jolla Comedy Store, October 11th through 13th. That's next month. It's a couple weeks away. Tickets are on the Comedy Store website. They're on my website as well.
La Jolla, SteveRannazzisi.com. Are you on a door deal?
Yeah. That's
So, yeah,
great.
Let's
get as many people as
I was going to say we'll give away tickets if you listen, but not if you're on a door deal.
Well, no, I
Fucking
mean,
buy tickets.
Yeah, we'll get it. There's always room for 2 tickets to give away, but yeah.
Yeah, we can give away anyone listening in San Diego. We can give away 2 tickets to a show next week.
Yeah, Sunday night, no problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm excited about that. Lucas Hurl, Brenton Biddlecombe, Steve Rannazzisi, the 3 horsemen riding the Tesla into San Diego. You 2 in the front seat, me laid out in the back. We'll stop for at the super station, the supercharging station. We'll get a meal. It'll be great, guys. I do lay down in the back with the heated seats, and no ridicule, please.
So great.
Yeah, I'm doing Calusa Casino the weekend before that. That's upstate California. And then the weekend after La Jolla, I'm at Tremblor Brewery in Bakersfield. That's Friday night. And the weekend after that, I'm in Helium in St. Louis. And Philadelphia. Helium, Philadelphia. October 24th, 5th, 6th, whatever that is. That's the weekend there. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Brenton, where you at?
Tomorrow night, I'm in downtown Santa Ana at the Worst House. I'm headlining. It's my second time headlining, and you had to disrespect me like that.
We're just lucky it was a
I
fart.
gotta wash that mic now.
We're lucky it was a fart. And
There is a show coming in after this.
a
You're gonna
shark
get pink
didn't
eye.
come in. No, dude, I was far away.
So yeah, I'll be in Santa Ana tomorrow night. I'll be at the Comedy Store Friday. Saturday, I'll be getting drunk at a pool party, and then Sunday, I'm at the Hollywood Improv.
Nice. That's a good little run there. Drunk
Yeah.
at a pool party like a lady. What's up with you, Lucas? Where you at?
I can't think of anything this weekend. I have no spots, but yesterday I booked a run through Northern California
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
Vegas. So November 1st through the 6th, I will be in Arizona, NoCal, and Vegas. So go to lucashurl.com. I'll have the dates up.
Are you going out by yourself or are you running with other people?
I'm doing a couple spots with Punky Johnson, and then
I love her.
Yeah.
Nice. Great. Well, let's see this video, and then we'll get out of here. Oh my God, I gotta lean up.
Emma, do I have to plug it in for sound?
Yep.
Yeah, you
Okay.
dummy.
Hey,
Come on, man. How long have you been working here?
easy.
One of your many income streams. Fucking guys like trying to tell us every fucking
The
thing.
plug is on the table.
I'm so excited to see Steve's first time watching.
Oh
Bill's
yeah,
Mafia
okay, and then you
video.
plug it into the side, up at the top.
Oh God.
Uh,
Jesus Christ, Brenton. Got eardrums, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God. I see no snow. Oh, Jesus.
You wanted me to get married in front of these people.
I know. I still think that was a grave mistake.
Brenton, you should get married and then you should
Jump on a
instead
table.
of kissing the bride, you guys jump onto a burning table.
Yeah. That guy's a pussy, though. He didn't light his table on fire. What is he doing?
They're like worse than frat boys.
I wish one of them snapped their neck. You had to see him just get pulled out, wheeling around in a wheelchair. Dude, these tables are not on fire, Brenton.
The first one
First one was.
Oh, please. That guy had to take it to another level. What a bunch of idiots. You wonder why you've never won a Super Bowl.
We will this year, baby.
Oh, my God, Brenton. Dude, what is this guy doing? Oh, my God. Is someone jumping on him?
Yes. Yes.
Why is he
This
the
is
one
so
drinking the beer?
smart.
Oh, my God, dude.
Off of a pickup
Oh.
truck.
Zubaz, the official pant of the fucking moron Buffalo Bills fan. Zubaz. Look at the stadium's like 100 miles away. Tailgating, these guys are at home. Tandem? Jesus, he's lucky he didn't break his fucking arm.
That's on concrete.
Concrete.
That's straight concrete.
What a fuck. And they're all Costco tables. They're split in the middle. What a bunch of morons. Guys, this has been fucking What's the Odds? With Steve Rannazzisi. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back live, as always, next Wednesday with a brand new episode. Thank you to Lucas Hurl. Thank you to Brenton Biddlecombe. I'm Steve Rannazzisi. We'll see you next week. Soccer. What the fuck? Dude, I can't take this Lady Gaga thing. We can bet on that too. What's the odds? Welcome back. It's insane. Welcome back to What's the Odds?